Tendai Mkwananzi is a partner at Deloitte Australia and a mentor with Daraja Impact Hub.
If that person was able to give time and help me on my journey, what is stopping me from giving back? So that's the question that I always ask myself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a question that we should all ask ourselves.
Yeah.
What is stopping me from helping someone when someone has helped you in the past?
A dual qualified chartered accountant, Tendai brings experience in governance, audit, and leadership, and is passionate about supporting the next generation through mentorship and impact-driven programs.
The thing that really excites me about Daraja is the ability for Daraja to actually get people to really work at their potential. Because a lot of times when you don't have the right mentor, it's almost like you're operating with a handbrake.
Yeah.
Because you're not reaching your full potential. And what a mentor does is helps you to really unlock and work at your full potential.
In this conversation, he shares his experience with Daraja, why he joined the program, and the value of mentorship in shaping future leaders.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this special edition of the Daraja Impact Stories series. My name is Kuda Shamu, the founder and CEO of the Daraja Impact Hub, a movement connecting professionals across the diaspora and Africa to mentor, empower, and co-create sustainable impact. The Daraja Impact Hub is a culturally attuned mentorship program aimed at empowering the next generation of African leaders. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by one of our incredible mentors, Tendai Mkwananzi, who have been part of the Daraja journey, contributing their experiences and passion to shape the next generation of change makers. Welcome, Tendai. Welcome to the series.
No, thank you for having me, Kuda.
Great, brilliant. Tendai, you've been part of this journey, like I said to you before we started this recording. Before we even started anything, this program was on a paper, and without you knowing, you became my sounding board.
Yeah.
You became an unofficial advisory board, and we would meet every month to discuss and for you to poke holes and to provide that oversight.
Yeah.
We'd like to start by thanking you for that effort that you put in from the initial start.
No, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Thank you. So we'll get into that a bit later. But for now, I think many people will be itching to know, because today you've got a bit of a colorful CV. Your CV is quite colorful. And a lot of people, when we post this, would want to know, how does one come from Mutare to become a partner in Brisbane, Australia, for as long as you have been? Your CV is very colorful. I'm not going to actually get into it. I would let you walk through that CV with us, starting from the beginning. Maybe if you can tell us a bit about yourself tonight in terms of your career.
Thanks for that. So, as you said, I was born in Mutale, Zimbabwe. In fact, I came from Bangamvura in Mutale. I went to school at a local school. Then from my high school, I went to Hillcrest College in Mutale.
Yes.
I was fortunate enough to get a job with Deloitte in Zimbabwe, and that was in 1997, after having finished my A levels. So I got an articleship with Deloitte, which really opened quite a number of doors for me. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that means. So I joined Deloitte in Zimbabwe in 1997, like I said. And left the Zimbabwean firm to join the Australian firm in 2004. So I joined as a manager in 2004, and at that time that was in Sydney. Then 3 years later I moved up here to Brisbane, made partner in 2011, and have been a partner and audit partner since then.
Great! Wow! What a story today. I remember coming to your house when I first moved to Australia in 2007, getting inspired with even the suburb that you were living. I'm like, man, I just got here and look at you already flying high, and having all these roles and posts at Deloitte. So very inspirational, I must say, Tendai. What a colorful journey. So obviously, let's go back to your journey, that journey as well. And you spoke about that changed your life when you got those articles. That door was open for you. Has there been any mentorship happening throughout that journey? Have you received any mentorship? Do you have a mentor tonight, or how has mentorship played a role or a part in that journey?
Well, it plays an incredible part of the journey because without mentors, you actually miss out on quite a lot. So I look back, especially at my time with Deloitte, I've had a number of mentors. Some that I've approached and asked them to be mentors, and others that, for whatever reason, decided to help me with what I was doing. And when I reflect on that, a lot of the time, whether it was in Zimbabwe and more importantly here in Australia, it's people that have given up their time for no reason. They had no reason whatsoever to be doing what they're doing, but they took the time to do that, and I've benefited from that. So, having been a beneficiary of that, I guess the question that one is going to ask themselves is, if that person was able to give time and help me on my journey, what is stopping me from giving back? So that's the question that I always ask myself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a question that we should all ask ourselves.
Yeah.
What is stopping me from helping someone when someone has helped you in the past? So that's the way that I look at it.
That is the question of the day today. What's stopping you from also coming on a journey with us as a mentor? Because we have a lot of people who are struggling to find time, and it's understandable, right? It's busy. We all live busy lives, yeah? But I guess where you say for no reason they did this, I think there's a reason tonight. It's giving back.
Yeah.
It's giving that you might not know that those people, they probably received mentorship themselves, but it's basically what you're saying. Pass, it's like relay, right? So you give back, you pass it on.
Yeah.
So exactly what we're trying to do here on a grand level.
Yeah.
But you are my mentor, and I've seen how dedicated you are. We catch up in person every month with Tendai, and that's time from a whole partner.
Yeah.
If he was to charge me, I don't think I would afford being mentored by Tendai. But thank you so much for that, Tendai. And I think for me, definitely it's because they want to give back. I want to go back to a place where you spoke about approaching mentors.
Yeah.
And to our young people there who probably don't have the skills, how do you approach a mentor? What do you say? Where are they? Who are these people? How do you identify the right mentor? And looping into that question as well, does a platform like Daraja help with that? So I'll just,
well, it's a bit of a loaded question because a lot of people don't know how to approach someone because the number one thing is the fear of rejection. What if I ask Kuda and Kuda says no? Or Kuda says yes and doesn't turn up? If I ask Tendai and he doesn't turn up?
Yeah.
So that's why something like Daraja is an absolute gift because all of those things that are happening in our minds that are stopping us from asking the question, well, there's a platform where all of that is ready made for you. Yeah. But your earlier question in terms of who do you approach for mentorship? I think there's many ways that you can, or many different types of people that you can approach. It may be someone who is in a field that you're in, and you can see what they've done, and you want to benefit from where they are. Yeah. I always encourage people to always seek people outside their field.
Okay. What's the reason to that?
And the reason for that is the things that you will learn from someone who is not in your field is quite immense. And those lessons are lessons that help you to think and to come to problems with a different mindset, which I've always found that that different way of thinking allows you to actually have much better answers to whatever problems that you're trying to work through.
Yeah.
So yes, it's good to have a mentor in your field, but if there is someone who is outside your field that you feel you can benefit from, I would absolutely encourage people to seek them out because you become much more well-rounded in whatever that you're doing.
I agree today, and why I asked the reasoning, and you explained it very well, is because we actually have that capacity in Daraja, because we attract people from different walks of life, different expertise, different experience, work experience, and as a mentee, you've got that opportunity to say, is there anyone in the community in a different field or in this particular field? It's our job then at the Daraja Impact Hub to find you that person. And we've done that. We've had people who asked to be speaking to someone from a different field altogether, and we made that connection, and they benefited immensely. So totally agree with that notion. Thank you for sharing that tonight. Now, looking ahead, and as we look into the future, what excites you the most about Daraja's direction and the impact that we're making?
Well, there's lots, Kuda. But you and I spoke about this some time back. The thing that really excites me about Daraja is the ability for Daraja to actually get people to really work at their potential. Because a lot of times when you don't have the right mentor, it's almost like you're operating with a handbrake. Because you're not reaching your full potential. And what a mentor does is helps you to really unlock and work at your full potential. So this is why I'm really excited about Daraja, because what we are doing and what you are doing is enabling people to really work to their full potential and realize what it is that they can do. And sometimes they will achieve things that they themselves didn't even believe that they could achieve. What greater impact could one make other than doing that?
I totally agree, Tendai. Totally agree. And we are also equally excited about the future of the program. Now, Tendai, as we sort of round up this conversation, if you could speak directly to professionals out there, whether here in Australia, in Africa, or the diaspora, or the global diaspora, who are thinking about joining Daraja as mentors, what would you say to them? And equally to some mentees who are also on the fence, been looking around, not knowing where to go, what would you say to both would be mentors and would be mentees?
I've only got one question. What is stopping you from making impact?
That's a powerful question, What is stopping you? I guess maybe it could be time tonight. Maybe people come back and say time, I don't know. But is there then an opportunity to be intentional in finding those, moving things around where you can? Because all we ask for in Daraja is at least half an hour or, depending on your schedule, just one interaction per month with your mentee or your mentor. And obviously the mentee should drive this relationship like I do with you tonight. I'm always coming to you with the goals. I'm always prepared beforehand, and I'm always the one reaching out, and you reach out as well because we've got that relationship as a brother, and obviously we go way back in terms of our families and stuff. We grew up in the same but definitely the mentee. The expectation is for mentees to drive this. Would you agree with that tonight? That the onus is on the direct beneficiary of this is the mentee. Therefore, they need to sort of drive this relationship for it to be sustainable.
The way that I put it, Kuda, is as is the case with a lot of things in life. Normally, what you get out of what you do is a product of what you get in. What you put in, so to the mentees, that's what I would say. When you're coming up to a conversation with your mentor, be prepared. Take some time to really think about what it is that you want to get out of those conversations. And the thing that you talked about, time is is an issue for all of us. So you really want those conversations to be quite intentional and quite focused. And where you're finding that those conversations are not really going anywhere, you've got to ask yourself the question: why is it that? Is it because that I'm not really being prepared for these conversations? So that's what I'd say. Mentees, when someone says yes, I want to be a mentor, really use that time, and part of that is the preparation that you have ahead of the conversations, and then the follow-ups on things that you have discussed.
Yes. Have I been a good mentee today? And is there such a thing as a reverse mentorship? Do you also, because that's the other thing for our mentors, they might say, what's in it for me? This is voluntary, this is my time. I could spend that half an hour to an hour with my family.
Yeah.
But do you also see any benefit from engaging with the mentee? So suppose you're my mentor, officially.
Yeah.
Our interactions, are they mutually beneficial, or is there any benefit or also value that you get from those interactions?
And there's an incredible amount of value that I get from our interactions. The two that I'll pick up from is the joy of seeing the growth, Kuda, that you've had, the growth of seeing how Daraja is progressing. There's an immense amount of joy that comes from that. And there's also things that us older madalas can learn from young folk like yourselves. And I certainly have learned a number of things from yourself. So it is a mutually beneficial relationship. So again, if you're a mentor sitting on the fence thinking, should I do this? Dive in. There is so much that you can gain from doing this.
Yeah. Thank you, Tendai, for that. And I think our audience wouldn't forgive me if I don't ask this question, because again, we have to go back to your colorful CV. We want to know, because obviously we are working professionally as well, and most often than not, we've got our mentors, facing barriers in their professions, in their fields of expertise. Were there any lessons along the way today, and how did you manage to break those ceilings or those barriers to progress, to get to because you got to the peak? I mean, I've worked in a firm myself, and to get to that partnership level, it takes a certain type of person, resilience. There's a lot that goes into that. So I think people won't forgive me if I don't ask this question: how do we chart that way up to the peak of our careers in whatever field that we are in?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of barriers and hurdles in any profession. As someone said to me, anything worthwhile doing, you're going to find that there's obstacles along the way. But this is where, coming back to the topic of the day, where you can lean on mentors. Really lean on mentors. And sometimes mentors will actually come to you and point out things that you may not even be aware of, because they've now got a vested interest in your success.
Wow!
So that's really important.
Yeah.
The other thing is, for a lot of the mentees that we're talking about, it's people that probably have moved from a different country to come and settle here in Australia, and that comes with these challenges.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would say to people is, or to the mentees or to be mentees, whatever experiences that you've had before you go to Australia, those are important experiences. Don't throw those away.
Right.
What you want to do is build on that.
On top of that,
because you will have experiences that people here don't have. What you got to do is work out a way to bring them to the fore.
Right.
And sometimes it's easier said than done. But really think about it. Talk to your mentor in terms of what is it that makes Kuda Kuda, and how do I bring that to the fore? How do I allow that for me to work at my potential. So yes, there's going to be a lot of obstacles as you progress. But you've got people around you that really want you to do well. So lean on them so that they can help you in working through some of those issues.
And would networking be part of that? So leveraging your network and through even mentorship as well. Your mentor is aligned with other networks that you're not in. And I'll give you a funny statistic that I heard recently, that we can only influence up to 15%, whether you are the president of the United States or whatever, up to 15%. Anything above that is you leveraging the network that you have and then tapping into their 15% as well. So I think I'll add to that and say also making sure that you polish your networking skills and leverage the network that's
totally.
Tendai, thank you so much for sharing your story, your wisdom and your heart with us today. Your journey is a powerful reminder of what's possible when we come together across continents to build bridges. Daraja, which is a bridge in Swahili, for impact. To everyone watching, if you're a professional who wants to be a part of this transformative movement, visit darajaimpacthub.org or follow us on our socials on Instagram or Facebook and LinkedIn. To learn more and to join our growing community of mentors and mentees shaping Africa's future. Thank you for tuning in and see you all next time. Thank you, Tendai, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.